is LaDonna with Happy-go-Lowery's Creations, and I am going to put a huge transfer on this surface. Just got to get rid of something that popped up. And we'll get started in just a second here. So we are going to use a surface that I made from the Dollar Tree, and we are going to do we're going to use a really large transfer on it. This is huge. I did this on my patio door, and I did not have a surface big enough, so I do what all crafters do. You make your one, because that's what we do. And if you want to see, I have a reel out of how I made this, and it's, I mean, really easy. I just need to, it is using 3 Dollar Tree, and I didn't have a fourth one, do I? No. So it's one of these ones from Dollar Tree that I think it said like home on it, and it had like a plaid surrounding on it, and I just needed something big. I did not want to go pay a lot for a piece of wood that, how many times am I going to use it? So I just became creative and used it. So, and this one is called, this is called the Farm Fresh pumpkins. Farm Fresh pumpkin, yes. So, oops, I know I forgot something. I've been working on this for so long today that it's like, wow. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm not adding that as a moderator. Thanks for your support. So yeah, so my question is for you. Does the sorry, I just keep getting messages that keep popping up. No messages at all. And then when I decide to go live, I have all these messages, and I get a little sidetracked. So, yeah. Are you ready for cooler temperatures? For fall-like temperatures? Well, geez, Donna. So there we go. And we can share this out to a few people. Hopefully some people will find us. And, I can get this done. I'm so excited about tomorrow. I get to have a sister day, and that doesn't happen very often, so I am quite excited about it. I am quite excited about that. So we are going up to Rainlander. And hey Karen, hey Cindy. and having a little bit of a girls' day. We haven't had one of those on I don't even know when. So how many times have you guys ever needed something and you just make something up on your own? I am going to wax this a little bit with our surface wax. And the reason is this not only has gesso on it, it has acrylic, and then it has Waverly chalk paint on it because I ran out of my regular acrylic paint. So I want to, hey Tammy, I want to add a little bit of chalk paste. And I turned off my air because they're like, oh, it's 71 degrees out. It's nice. I'm hot now. I am very, very hot right now. So we're going to put a little bit of this paste on. And you don't need a lot. But I know this area is going to be where I do most of the chalking. So I want to make sure that this does not pull off any of this on here. So this was done with Waverly, and then a little bit of the Elephant by Waverly with a dry brush, just to give it a little bit like that old barn board look. So I'm actually chalking. So we're going to just put a little bit more down. And I know I shake you guys, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to do this without shaking, so. And the whole reason that I'm doing this is, like I said, is so that it does not pull any of the previous paint up. So how many is ready for, Karen said yes, she's ready for fall. Anyone else ready for fall? Because I am. Now, once you put your chalk, your surface wax on, you need to buff it out. So I'm going to just try and quickly buff this. My fat arms get a workout. It makes my scissors all jiggle. That's what you guys hear. No? I don't know. I'm telling you, Facebook is really weird. That's why I ask you guys constantly to drop comments, to chat, to give me hearts and stuff, because a lot of times Facebook just will see, oh, she's only got 1 or 2 people on right now. We're not going to send her invites out, because I sent invites out, and you might not get your invite if I don't have enough people making comments on here to start with. Yeah, I am just ready. I don't mind like 71 degrees right now. That I don't mind. And I don't mind it being like, 50 degrees at night. But this 85, 90, because my apartment gets so hot. And let me tell you, this area in here I thought would be cooler with being on this side so I could feel some of the air circulating. I don't think so. So this is more of an etched transfer, so I'm going to show you how you can do it as an etched or how you can add color to it. So you can see this is, like I said, this is a large transfer. And I kept going today when I was so tired that all I thought about was napping. But I did not want to nap because I really want to be able to go to sleep tonight. But I am worried because Jason has slept most of the day that he's going to get up like in the middle of the night, and then I will have to get up as well. I do notice, so I'm going to take, this is a surface that I used to give it extra support, but I can feel that it is bouncing a little bit. So I'm going to put this underneath here, and that'll give me that extra. So it will help me out here. So everything is blowing now because of the fan on here. Well, we have a chance of rain for tomorrow. Oh. So I, of course, am going to do cozy with this. I am going to try and do some leaves and stuff as well. Add additional leaves down here. And do those more in that. I want to use Jolene. Yes, I do. I want to do that. So right now I'm just trying to see if I have this pretty equal on here, or if I totally, you know, 2 and 2. Pretty dang close. So we're going to do the pumpkins, and we're going to do, I think we're going to do this in the black. Yeah, I'm so ready for fall. I would like to be able to wear my oh, for Pete's sakes. I'd like to be able to wear like my fall 3/4 sleeves, and not always have to wear like a jacket and stuff, because right now I always have to wear a jacket, and I was freezing in dialysis today. So these are reusable transfers. If you guys didn't see it, I put it on my patio door, and now we're going to do it here. So I am just taking the Shimmer Shadow. Smell it, because it smells so good. And you only have to put it where there's a design. So this kind of looks like a little bit that it was, there was like old paint or something on here. That is the way this is done. And that is what we are going to do. Now see, I thought about doing Jolene on here, but the only problem is Jolene is mostly like more of a burgundy, and it's a pretty shimmer, and I can't wait to use it. I have not used it yet, so we might just have to do something just so we can see it. Now, if you were doing this in paste, this is what you want to do. And I can show you this because of this being a shimmer. I can do this too. So what you're going to do is, this is, you'd peel it up, and then you lay that part down that you did, but you don't smooth it out. You only smooth out the next area that you're going to do. So you're going to come in here, and then we're just going to take that shimmer black, because that is going to pop against that white and gray. So last night Jason had another episode, and I helped him get to sleep, and he did not get to sleep until 4:30, and my alarm goes off at 5:30. Oh Lord. So I don't know, have any of you guys had that you were up at an hour that you knew that was going to make waking up when your alarm went off horrible? Or would you have just stayed up? So yeah, when I got back into my bed, it was 4:30. My alarm normally goes off at 4:20 and then 4:30. Or I'm sorry, 5:30. But I readjusted my alarm, so it went off at 1:45. So, now see, it doesn't matter as much on like a Tuesday or Thursday, because those are not dialysis days, but people count on us to be there on time, because if we are late getting into our chair, then the next person who gets into Jason's chair when he's done with dialysis, he's got to wait longer. And if I was doing that when we used to have to wait, that drove me crazy, because there'd be sometimes we'd be waiting 20 minutes or more, and I'm like, hey, like, we're here when we're supposed to be. And I didn't understand that maybe they had issues with their machine, or they had issues with their blood pressure. So we're just going to do another one, and you can see that, but I want you to see, do you see all this white on this transfer? It's still pulled up some. So it is a really good thing that I waxed it how I did, because otherwise more would have pulled up. And I would not have been a happy camper. So Cindy, would you had stayed up, or would you had did like I did and went back to bed? I'm going to add the cozy, because you all know how much I love this cozy, right? I am like a cozy freak for this. I'm going to go in here. It is luscious. And I'm telling you, when I tell you that it looks like pumpkin, it looks like pumpkin. It looks like somebody was making a pumpkin pie mix, is what this looks like. So this is what they call like an etch. So it doesn't fill in the entire design. It only does like an outer design, but it still gives you you get the effect of the pumpkin, the whole outline and everything. And I know Karen is not a morning person. Karen, what would you hit did? Thank God for my new mattress and pillows, because before I wouldn't have even bothered to lay down, because I knew I would not have got to sleep. But now, with this new mattress and pillows, I can easily fall asleep. It may take me like 20 minutes, but I can at least still get to sleep. So you would do what I did. You're supposed to be up at 1 a.m., but you fell asleep at midnight and didn't wake up until 4 a.m. Yeah, see that? Like, I worry about that all the time. So therefore, I have a few alarms set, because I'm terrified that I will not wake up. So I set one for my do not disturb to turn off, and that's at 5:20. And then I have my alarm that goes off at 5:30. And then 5:45, and I better get up and be moving, because I have to put Jason's pain cream on him at 6, and then he's got to have different meds, and it's just a lot. So I need to make sure I am up with my games. So we are going to use a little bit of this tonight. I'm so excited. Look at this. I'm going to try not to get this all over me. This is our color of the month. This is Jolene. Because this is so big, I can hardly reach my wet wipes and stuff. I really do need to get some of this color off my fingers so that I can do a little bit of pull and reveal so that that brown doesn't dry. So you're just going to pull it so that, look at, see, you can see that it's starting to do, right? And then you lay it back down because I need to get the leaves. So I'm going to make sure there are no air bubbles by these leaves here. And this one here and here. And I'm going to use, oh no, did I put, no. We're going to use a little bit of the Orion. We're going to use a little bit of, hey Kim. We're using a little bit of Orion. We're using a little bit of Jolene. Look at Jolene, Jolene, holy man, it's so pretty. So we are going to do a little bit of the leaves in like a hot mess. And because these are so far apart right here, I'm just going to kind of dab in a little bit. And then I'll take the squeegee. Because you're just getting the out, like the outer edge of it. And then I think we're just going to take the squeegee with the board, the cozy on it. And we're going to hit those leaves. And see, this is a nice part because it's got all the colors on there now. I can just pull it on here. Cannot wait to see what that Jolene looks like. Oof. It looks like fire. It looks like fire. So we're going to put a little bit more of Jolene over here. And of course, Orion. Look at this. God, she is so beautiful. And of course, a little bit more of that Orion. I love this Orion. To me, it is absolutely beautiful. So tomorrow I am going to Hobby Lobby. I am going to get a little bit of Christmas ribbon. And then I'm going to also get, I want a half ornament, you know, like the ornaments that you can take apart. Because we have a, I will think, a transfer that looks like, what is that called? A snow globe. So I want to do it so it looks like a snow globe. In order to do that, I need to have an ornament like that. And I tried to actually cut an ornament and do it, but that did not work. So like when my sister called, I almost let out a huge squeal in the cemetery because I was just so happy. Because I need some time. And I'm going to make food for Jason. and then put it in his fridge like a sandwich. I'm hoping he gets up early so I can get up early, feed him breakfast, and maybe get him like a little lunch in his fridge so that I don't have to worry about rushing. Because I have not been to Hobby Lobby in over, I know some of you, it's not a big deal, but as a crafter, it's a big deal for me. I have not been to Hobby Lobby since May of 2023. So yeah, we're going to peel this off. And I will tell you a little secret that I learned to wash this, because washing it in my tub really just kills my back. So if I can get this off, whew, I folded it in half this way and I put it in my sink, and then I flipped it and did the other side. Get this down here, and I'm going to show you some other leaves that we are going to put on the bottom. So basically, now, can I show you? I can lift this one up. So basically, I took, they were bigger ones than these, right? They were like almost 24 inches long. And I just built them up like this. And then I used these on the back to help give it more support. And I gotta put this one back underneath there because it needs it, otherwise it bounces. So yeah. So now we're going to take, because I've been putting my transfers and trying to take care of them, we're going to take some of these leaves here. We're going to Rhinelander. Because Kim lives in Pickerel, and she wants me to come up and see her little cabin, and it would be kind of stupid for us to go to Wausau after driving to Pickerel. So we are just going to go there, and then I can go to Kohl's and look for some shoes, because I'm going to need some new winter shoes. So we are going to cut this maple leaf for sure. And I can tell you in just a minute what this transfer is called. This is an older transfer. And if you ever wonder, oh, this one doesn't have it. Yes. This one is Autumn Leaves of November of 2023. So I'm going to try and cut just a few of these leaves so we can have a few different ones that will really show this color, because I really want these colors to show. And you can fill in like watercolor the pumpkins. So if you guys want me to show you how to do that, you guys need to put in the comments watercolor. Otherwise, we're not gonna do that tonight. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna have to fuzz it on my shirt, because this thing is so big I have no place to put it down. So if you don't have a fuzzing cloth, you can just lay it right on your shirt, your pants. It doesn't matter. So I am going to place these sleeves like they're just laying on the bottom. So I think if you had a fireplace, like this would look really cool, like leaning up against a fireplace. You have one that works at the Rainlander one. I hope it's as nice as the Wausau one. I've only been to it one time, and I've been to the Wausau one, I think, 3 times. So we're going to fuzzy. So you guys just need to let me know what you want done with the pumpkins. I think that board needs to be, I think I might have to use that 3rd board in the middle, because I really think that it needs that extra support. So if you can see on here, it's got a mixture of colors, and I am just going to take those colors and hot mess it. Oh, piddly poo. I just got some on the thing. Let me see if I can get that off. Jeez, good thing I waxed this. Whew. So in each one, I want to try and have more colors showing. Hey Tracy, hey Laura Lee. Well, hey Laura Lee. So for those of you just popping in, this is Trot Couture. This is reusable transfers, and I am right now doing the leaves and what we call a hot mess. So you just let the colors blend and be that little bit of a hot mess. So I know 2 Laura Lees. Hey Denise. And I can't tell from the picture which Laura Lee this is. If this is a Laura Lee that used to do my hair, or Laura Lee from one of the best staff that we know at the Kidney Center. I'm very, very grateful for the staff there. They treat me and my son with such respect and such care. And I feel so bad for them sometimes, because they'll come out and be like, well, we tried. And I'm like, you tried. That's all that matters. This is the color of the month. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And poor Jason. Today, by the time I got back by him, he was already sleeping. And when I answered the phone, the one time that I answered the phone, that's when he had some issues. Oh my God, wait till you guys see these. So I'm going to lay these down a little bit more on the bottom here. Remember, you just go, and you could do it with just what little bit is left on here if you wanted, for color. So I'm going to show you, like, just like it's a dead like leaf on there too. Oh my gosh, these are like so pretty. I'm gonna just attach these to my desk right now, just because, like I said, I don't have no room. So we are going to take the messy one that's left. The blood moon is out tonight. I thought it was supposed to be last night. I was out there with my camera and my tripod, and I was trying to get it. And my oldest tripod, the leg is a little wobbly, and the head doesn't hold my phone very well at all. So that was a pain in the hootie trying to do that. Denise, how are you feeling? I know you weren't feeling the best. So we're just going to go in here, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So look at these. Can you guys see these? Look at that. We are going to take this big leaf here. I want to have it so that it's not covering the word. We're going to put it here, and then we're going to lay all these other ones back on in a different direction. And some of these will only get any of the paste that is left on there, residual left on. And then I'll have to do one here too. So first we're going to do this big one with Orion and Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, y'all. Now you could do a big fat bow on here if you wanted, or like I said, you could just lean this up against like a fireplace or something like that. So on some of these, they don't have very much, right? Now I'm going to wet my finger a smidget, like a smidget. And I'm just going to go in here and just take a little bit more of that color. And then just go over it. Okay, so watch. She is so beautiful. God. Look at this. Do you see this? Here, hang on. So you can see some are lighter, some are darker. Oh yeah. I definitely want that. And I am purposely laying these over as well because I want you know how leaves are actually laying out there. Look at that. Just that little bit. Oh, I love that. We're going to do this leaf this way. And yes, there's a whole bunch of different leaves over here that I could have picked up and used, but I wanted to kind of keep it the same. So that is why. We are doing it this way. Take one and have this one coming straight up. So does anyone want to know how to watercolor the pumpkins, or do you want me to leave the pumpkins this way? And don't forget, all of the items are always for sale. And if you have a different surface, and if you live in Anago, I can either show you how to do it, or I can do it for you. So we're going to take... Don't forget to move your transfers, because if you don't, it can pull up some of the color from underneath there. So we're going to do one that's mostly Jolene and a little bit of Cozy. Those are two good colors to mix together. I'll wait until you see, because I think it's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And then if you think you need one somewhere, you can just lay it down and do it. This one we're going to flip here because I have some empty spots I want to kind of fill in. So I'm going to try and make this go like half and half. Now I will tell you that these transfers, the leaf swans, are starting to get a little bit, they are going to need to be cleaned pretty soon. But I can always do the little finger trick. Just to give that little bit look of an older leaf on there. So I'm just going to take this and make it look like it is. Oopsie. Need just a little bit of color on here. Now you could add brown, you could add whatever you would like. So I'm going to pick this up and show you. And then, so Tracy and Laura Lee, if you're still on, the question was, are you ready for fall temperatures or are you enjoying these warm temperatures yet? Okay, ready? Well, this does have like acorns that I could have put on here too. So I'm gonna flip this around and show you. Like, this is how big this is, y'all. But do you see how adding the color on the bottom? I almost think the pumpkins need to be colored in. What do you all think? I almost messed up one of the leaves on the bottom. So, you can actually take a wet wipe. I'm just going to make sure this one is a little wet. I'm going to take it and I'm going to dip it into that paste. I'm going to pull a little bit on there. And then I'm just going to and I'm purposely not going to fill it totally in, which is really hard for me to do because, you know, I have some issues with that. Just leave it, Donna. And then I'm going to go over here and do the same thing. Just leave it. Okay, that's too heavy there. And if you use the, hey Kim. Yeah, Jolene brings out the colors so pretty. So I'm taking a little bit, like a wet wipe with a little bit of water on it, like a little bit. And then I'm taking the cozy, a little bit of cozy. And then when you first put it on, kind of put it on in a few spots, and then you can go back in. just because then like you don't get it all so heavy. Look at this. Now wait until I turn this pumpkin around for you guys. Try not to touch the leaves on the bottom again. But can you see how that makes a huge difference? I am trying very, very hard not to smudge. So I'm going to take a different spot, make sure that it is wet, and then I am going to take Jolene. Hey, did you guys see? I'm wearing my earrings that I made the other night. These are chocolate earrings that I made. So I'm going to go in, and you can see it. Jolene came on pretty heavily. So I am just going to put a smidget on, and then I'll go back with this. Gotta add some of that Orion, because that Orion is beautiful. And what this does is it just gives it a very, very soft look. Now you could do this with a Q-tip, because you just want to just get a little bit of the highlight of the color just to help it pop so it doesn't look. You gotta be careful up here, littler spots. Oh, I must leave here. Okay, so I got a little bit of out of line there. I'm going to show you. I need to get a few more Q-tips in my drawer over here. And since I have water, I don't have to lick it. But if you got a little bit of out of line, see how you can just go in and clean that up. No big deal, right? So, and like I said, you could paint with it as well. So you could do just that little bit, right? And then I want to do the stems, and you can see how it kind of rolls. That's because there's the wax on here. So it is just going to kind of settle in a spot, and that is going to be just fine. And then you want to do just a little deeper down in your pumpkin just to give it that little look there. I can tell you already, I am not going to want to wash these transfers. If I ever get another place, I'm going to pray that it has a firmer sink in it, because let me tell you, a farmer's sink would make it so much nicer to try and clean your transfers. Okay, and then we missed this little leaf, so we're just going to go in here, take this little bit of Jolene, and fix that. Make it deeper in the center. So Jolene is like a wine, a burgundy wine is the color that Jolene is very much like. So, and it's funny because you can't really even see Orion on some of these. So some of these will get a little bit more like Orion, like kind of right down the middle. And then I'll go back in and just soften and blend it a little bit. Just to give it that little bit of a touch. So for any of you who paint, this could be right up your alley too, because you could totally paint it like, you know, the way a pumpkin would be with a lot of highlights and stuff. But the way chalk did this is it makes it look like there's highlights and everything already in there. I just want to make sure that none of this water on here is going to run when I pick it up. So I'm just going to try and soak it and move it. Okay. Now, before I can do that, I really got to clean my hands because my hands are gross. So Kim, the question is, are you done with this summer weather, or are you enjoying it and you don't want fall to come for a while? Okay, now I'm going to turn this around. And I'm curious, where would, if you had this in your house, where would you put this? And this is what the back looks like. I ran out of E6000, so I got to add that to my list for tomorrow. But this is how this looks. So what do y'all think? Because you can see this is big. Just big. It covers up me. I'm only 5'2", but look at this. Is that not like... And I left it so I could hang it as well. There are holes up here that I could do it. So if Kim was saying on her front porch, if she would put this on her front porch, and if it's not covered, so I don't know if she's talking about her front covered porch or her porch leading to her cabin. If it's a covered one, you would not have to worry about sealing this or anything like that. But if it's not and going to be out in the elements, I'll show you what I would use. Let me just put a few lids on, because I don't want my paste to dry. Especially Jolene. Should I bring this to you, Kim? But I don't have no E6000 to fix the bag. My sister and I, we barter for things for each other. She'll do something for me and I'll do something for her. And that is how we do things. But I am going to show you a new product that Chalk has that you could put on it. Okay, y'all don't know how much I love my little cabinet here. I put one of my lights on inside of there that it's a motion light, so every time I open up the door, it lights up. So this is called Dixie Belle Gator Hide. This is Dixie Belle Gator Hide. So what this is, this repels water. Okay, this is what it says on here. Repels water but not gators. Protects your creations with nature's armor. So to put this on, you shake well before you use. You use it sparingly by applying a sponge or foam brush. Apply 2 to 3 coats, allowing 2 hours of dry time in between each one. And that will give you a really hard coat, like it'll just be like the boss. So just because I know that my sister's porch is covered, when this dries, maybe I will throw like 1 or 2 coats of the Gator on there, and then I'll buy some E6000 and I will fix the back piece that's loose on there. So yeah, because honestly I have no place to put this. You can see my back wall is quite full. But it's full. So yeah. Would you want a bow on it, Kim? Do you want a bow on it too? Because, you know, I could do a bow and then bring it out a different time for you, because I don't know if I can get a bow done yet tonight too. So it is 8:06, so I still gotta wash transfers. Lord, I gotta wash transfers. Ugh. I think that's the worst part, is washing transfers, just because I know that my back is gonna kill me by the time I'm done. So I hope that you guys like this. I hope that you see that you can just take products from the Dollar Tree and you can... Oh, my table is getting all done up. Maybe I need to take all of it off and put a coat of Gator on it. Because yeah, I'm getting it like beat to hell. But you can take a simple 3 boards from the Dollar Tree, put them together, put 2 little backer support boards on it, and look at those. This is absolutely big and beautiful, and to put this on your porch, I mean, look at it. Look at how big it is. A big. And once I put that Gator hide on there, it's going to be tough like a gator. Just gotta make sure you shake it. And this has to dry, like totally dry. So I would let this dry. And maybe before I go to bed, put a coat on it. And then, well, thank you. Let it dry. And then if I have time in the morning before I leave to go see my sister, I could put a second coat. Or when they come in to grocery shop, they could pick it up then too. So, yeah, because she's got a chair. She's going to take my rocking chair away. The rocking chair wasn't mine. It was my ex's. And it's in the way for where my Christmas tree is. It needs to go. So I need to get rid of that rocker so I can have my Christmas tree. That's the whole reason I want to get rid of it. Yes, your glider. Yes, the blue glider. I have no place for it. If you want it, you find someone to come up here and pick it up. I asked your son to ask you if you wanted it, but evidently, you know, he didn't want to bring it down to you. So there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want the steps on how to make the boards, I did do a reel earlier, and I put it together in a reel, shorten it, short and sweet, and that'll show you how to do that part. So hope that you guys had a great time tonight. I'm going to go over there and have a little bit of my strawberry kiwi water, cool down a little bit, and then go check on my son and see if he's gonna get up and want to eat yet, because he's didn't even have lunch until almost 5 o'clock. No, it does not recline. It's not a recliner, it's a glider. And Cindy, actually, I promised it. My sister said she would take it, but it was my ex's, and I feel really bad that it's his. He didn't have a chance to get it, but he lives 2 hours away, and I have no way to get it to him. So there. Y'all have a great night. I will chitty chat with y'all later. Don't forget, my name is LaDonna. This is Happy-go-Lowery. Please throw me some hearts. Do y'all know how to throw some hearts? Just throw some hearts like that. Throw some hearts out there for me. And then, if you can share this as well, or even if you hit the share and hit the copy link, Facebook still thinks that you're sharing it, and they will show it to more people. So, you guys have a great night, and I will chitty chat with you all later. Kim, I will talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you all later. Bye now.